Evil, no matter how we try to define or understand it, remains an elusive concept. Stoic philosophy teaches us to understand human nature and face challenges with calm. Yet when it comes to recognizing evil, it's often easier felt than explained. A truly malicious person doesn't need to reveal their nature outright. Their cruelty and harmful intentions become apparent through their actions. When you encounter someone truly harmful, your instincts kick in long before your mind starts analyzing. Your heart recognizes them before your mind does. The unsettling truth: evil isn't confined to dark alleys or far-off places. It can be right where we least expect it: schools, churches, even in the homes of close friends. These people often wear masks of normalcy, making it hard to detect their intentions until it's too late. Understanding evil isn't as simple as labeling it immoral or cruel, because these terms vary by perspective. But one thing is clear: when evil realizes it's been seen, it responds in predictable ways. In the following video, we explore 7 signs that reveal an evil person once they know you've uncovered the truth. Using insights from Stoic philosophy, we'll break down these signs to help you recognize, understand, and respond with calm and resilience. Sign number 1. They come with a brand new reputation. Ever had that unsettling feeling that someone might be hiding a darkness within them? It's not just your imagination. Some people are masters of disguise, so skilled in concealing their true nature that it can take years before the truth reveals itself. And when it does, it's often shocking. But don't be too hard on yourself if you didn't spot the signs sooner. Evil individuals are expert manipulators. They'll exploit others without a second thought, hoarding what they want while leaving behind a trail of broken trust and shattered lives. These people are everywhere, so adept at hiding their malice that they might appear as nothing more than bad people. But make no mistake, they're far more dangerous than that. They are the embodiment of deceit, using their cunning to control how others perceive them. The moment they realize you've uncovered their true nature, their first instinct isn't to admit their wrongdoings. It's to rewrite their story and reshape your view of them. They know the power of reputation and will go to great lengths to reframe their image into something more appealing. Picture this. You've known someone with a notorious reputation, someone who's hurt many people. Then, when they realize you see through their act, instead of retreating, they approach you with a whole new narrative. Suddenly, the past you knew is dismissed, distorted, or blamed on external circumstances or other people. It's like watching an actor perform in a play where they take on the role of the misunderstood soul in need of your sympathy and forgiveness. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." Evil individuals understand that if they can alter your thoughts about them, they can control not only how you treat them, but also how you perceive the truth itself. Changing their reputation isn't just a bid for sympathy. It's a strategy to evade responsibility and maintain their toxic influence, all while remaining undetected. This scenario plays out in countless situations, whether at work or in your personal life. Perhaps you've worked with a colleague known for their underhanded tactics. The moment they realize you've seen their true colors, they'll switch gears. Suddenly, they're the reformed character, sharing their sob story about how much they've changed, how hard life's been, and how they've turned a new leaf. But don't be fooled. It's all a lie. A carefully constructed facade designed to make you question your perception and doubt your judgment. The real danger here is that they don't just want to protect their image. They want you to believe you've misunderstood them. By presenting a new version of themselves, they pull you into a web of confusion, eroding your initial certainty. Gradually, your confidence in your judgment weakens, and before you know it, you may find yourself buying into their fabricated story. This is where Stoic philosophy offers invaluable guidance. It teaches us to stay grounded in the truth, to keep a clear mind, and not to be swayed by fleeting emotions or manipulative tactics. So when you encounter someone trying to reinvent their reputation, remember, true change isn't about swapping stories. It's about a deeper, lasting transformation. And most often, that's not what's happening. But don't just rely on words. Pay attention to your instincts. Evil people don't just manipulate their reputation. They also send out strange, uncomfortable signals. Something in the air might feel off when they're around. That uneasy feeling is more than just a vague impression. It's a clue that their true nature is trying to break through the mask. Listen to it and trust your gut. It might just save you from being swept up in their deception. Sign number 2. They give you strange vibes. We've all had that uneasy feeling around someone, an instinctual sense that something isn't right, even when everything seems fine on the surface. This isn't just a figment of our imagination. It's the energy or vibrations we absorb from others. Everything around us emits energy, including our own bodies. When we interact with people, we unconsciously pick up on the frequencies they send out, and those vibrations shape our emotions, perceptions, and reactions. While this concept might sound abstract to some, science backs up the idea that energy and vibrations can profoundly impact how we experience the world. When it comes to dealing with toxic people, these vibrations become hard to ignore. Once they realize you see through their mask, their true energy shifts. It's no longer just about their actions, it's about the feelings they project, the discomfort they radiate when trying to control, invade your privacy, or make you feel insecure. Toxic individuals know they've been uncovered, and suddenly their energy feels off. That's when you start picking up on those strange vibes, those unsettling shifts in how you perceive them. Their behavior no longer feels natural, it feels calculated. You may notice they start making your life more difficult, especially if they hold power over you in a work or social setting. But this isn't just about your sense of insecurity. It's their attempt to manipulate the space around you, to create an environment where you feel vulnerable, monitored, or controlled. If they sense their power slipping, they'll stop at nothing to regain control. They might start invading your privacy with unnecessary questions or watching your every move. It's a sign of their desperation to keep you under their thumb, unable to escape their gaze. In the Stoic tradition, we are taught to master our emotions and maintain composure even in the most trying situations. As Epictetus wisely said, people are not disturbed by things, but by the view they take of them. When you sense those strange vibes, don't let them cloud your mind. Instead of letting those feelings take over, use them as a tool to gain clarity. Recognize that these behaviors are defensive reactions born from their fear of losing control, not a reflection of your reality. By staying calm and grounded, you won't get pulled into their web. You'll see their actions for what they truly are, an attempt to destabilize you. Toxic individuals are relentless in their efforts to control, but the power to decide how to respond lies with you. Rather than retaliating or feeling pressured, remember that calmness is your greatest weapon. Ask yourself, are these strange vibes truly affecting me, or are they just a test of my mental resilience? Bad people will try to manipulate situations, but you get to choose how you respond. Everything that happens outside of you is merely material to help strengthen your inner resolve. The key to overcoming any challenge is to keep your mind steady, undisturbed, and in control. Have you ever encountered someone whose energy made you feel uncomfortable or uneasy? How did you handle those strange vibrations? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments. Let's continue the conversation and learn together how to maintain a calm, unshakable mind in the face of these challenges. Sign number 3. They lie to cover up their lies. A lie is like a spider's web. One thread at a time, it becomes more complex, more tangled, and eventually the one who wove it can't escape. Each new lie only makes the web harder to untangle, and the liar becomes trapped in their own deception. When a malicious person realizes their lies have been exposed, they don't try to clear the web. Instead, they spin more threads. They weave new lies to bury the truth deeper, hoping no one will see through their falsehoods. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely said, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." Once a liar starts defending their lies, they become locked in an endless cycle of deception, unable to even recognize the truth anymore. We all encounter lies in life, and sometimes even we tell them. On average, people lie once or twice a day, whether it's to avoid hurting someone's feelings or to keep the peace in a relationship. Studies show that up to 59% of adults lie daily, with men tending to lie more often. These daily lies are often harmless or even necessary for social harmony. But there's a big difference between harmless lies and the kind of lies that malicious individuals tell. What sets wicked lies apart is their intent. While harmless lies are often told to protect others, these individuals lie to protect themselves, to cover up their misdeeds. When their lies are uncovered, instead of coming clean, they double down, creating new lies to justify the first. This creates an endless loop, each lie a futile attempt to hide something they know can never be concealed for long. This behavior isn't just dishonest, it's a sign of deep insecurity. The liar's fear of facing the truth keeps them stuck in their web. Instead of admitting fault or seeking redemption, they continue down the dangerous path of deceit. They betray not just those around them, but also themselves, knowing that with every new lie, they are digging themselves deeper into a hole of deception. The more they lie, the further they stray from the truth, and the harder it becomes to rebuild trust. For these individuals, trust isn't something to be valued, it's something to be manipulated. They view the truth as a mere tool to be bent to their will, not a principle to be respected. And once trust is shattered, it's incredibly difficult to repair. In relationships, whether it's a small white lie or a major betrayal, the damage is the same. Trust is broken. For the wicked, this isn't an accident. It's part of their strategy to protect their own interests, regardless of the harm caused. Their inability to acknowledge the truth is a reflection of their inability to truly value others. The truth is, these individuals will never stop lying. They are prisoners of their own deceit, and they will keep spinning new stories in a desperate attempt to salvage a situation that can never be fixed. And while they may convince others for a time, the reality remains. Once trust is destroyed, it's nearly impossible to restore. Sign number 4. They only show up when they need something. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." This quote perfectly captures the essence of how we should measure people, not by their words, but by their actions. And when it comes to toxic individuals, their actions speak volumes. At first, these people might seem like reliable friends or allies, always there when you need them, showing you care and concern. But as you begin to uncover their true nature, you'll start to notice a troubling pattern. They only appear when there's something to gain. The moment they realize you've seen through them, their behavior shifts. They stop playing the role of the sincere companion and instead pop in only when they need something from you. Once their needs are met, they vanish, leaving you high and dry when you need support the most. These individuals are opportunists. They're not interested in investing in genuine relationships or giving. They're always calculating what they can get, and when there's no more benefit to be had, they disappear without a second thought. They're like fair-weather friends who only show up when the sun is shining, leaving when the storm hits. But their return isn't about sincere reconciliation. Once you've gone through a tough time and picked yourself up, they reappear with apologies, excuses, and the hope that you'll forget how they've abandoned you in the past. They prey on your kindness, knowing you might forgive them and allow them back into your life, just like nothing happened. But when you don't fall for their manipulations, they vanish again, only to resurface when they need something else. These people don't change. They never truly care about you. They only care about what they can extract from the relationship. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus experienced something similar with one of his students. This student was always loyal and seeking advice when they needed it. But when Epictetus was in a difficult situation and needed support, the student disappeared, only to reappear after Epictetus had overcome the challenge on his own, pretending as if nothing had happened. Epictetus, with his wisdom, didn't let these manipulations disturb his peace. He understood that this student wasn't interested in him as a person, only in what he could provide. This is a powerful lesson for us. Recognizing when our kindness is being exploited is essential to maintaining our inner peace. Stoic philosophy teaches us not to let such people disturb our well-being. Rather than feeling hurt or frustrated by their disappearance, we should see it as an opportunity to free ourselves from unhealthy relationships. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Be good and act according to your philosophy, no matter how others behave." When these opportunists vanish, it's a gift. It allows us to focus on building genuine, supportive relationships that nourish our well-being. No one can exploit your kindness forever if you arm yourself with wisdom and clarity. Instead of continuing to forgive and accept these manipulators, invest your time and energy in people who offer real support and long-term growth. Have you encountered people who only show up when they need something? How did you deal with them? Share your experiences in the comments. Let's talk about how we can protect ourselves from these toxic dynamics and focus on the relationships that truly matter. Sign number 5. They try to make you feel stupid. One of the most insidious tactics used by narcissists and malicious individuals is making others feel small, inferior, and, most damaging of all, foolish. Picture this. You're opening up about something deeply personal, looking for understanding and support. Instead, you're met with comments like, "You should have seen that coming," or "Why did you do that?" These seemingly casual remarks may seem harmless at first, but they land like a heavy weight on your chest. Instead of the empathy you crave, you're left feeling ashamed, second-guessing your every decision, and questioning your own intelligence. In that moment, they've won. Their goal is simple: to make you feel stupid, isolated, and weak. By planting doubt in your mind, they make it easier to manipulate you, control you, and undermine your confidence. For Stoics, living with virtue and reason is the foundation of a good life. When someone intentionally belittles you, mocks your choices, or uses shame to manipulate you, they're not just being rude, they're violating the core Stoic principles of wisdom and integrity. They're not just attacking you, they're attacking your very sense of self. The worst part? These words aren't just careless insults. They're part of a deliberate, well-thought-out strategy designed to make you doubt your worth. When you start questioning yourself, you're more vulnerable to manipulation. This is exactly the trap malicious people want you to fall into. Once they've made you feel small, you'll be more likely to seek their validation, giving them the power to continue pulling your strings. How would a Stoic respond to such tactics? The Stoic doesn't let external insults define their self-worth. They remind themselves that true value comes from within, not from others' opinions. A Stoic might ask, "Why should I let the hurtful words of someone who lacks virtue diminish me?" Instead of reacting with anger or hurt, they would detach themselves from the emotional game, observing the situation with rational clarity, like a neutral third party. This calmness and unshakable poise become the Stoic's greatest strength. When someone tries to make you feel foolish, they only succeed if you believe their lies. A Stoic knows their worth is not determined by external opinions, but by their own understanding and self-respect. Stoicism teaches that we can't control other people's actions, but we can always control our response. Malicious individuals want to provoke you, make you react emotionally, and lose your composure. But a Stoic will not fall for it. The attempt to make you feel stupid is not just an attack, it's an attempt to make you dependent on them, seeking their approval for your sense of worth. But here's the truth. The more you seek validation from someone who makes you feel inferior, the more you give up your own power and autonomy. And that's the trap they want you in. By lowering your confidence, they draw you into their web of control, keeping you from finding real happiness and independence. Conclusion. One of the most subtle weapons malicious people use when they realize you've seen through them is making you feel stupid. But the Stoic wisdom teaches us that our value isn't dictated by others' opinions or hurtful words. It's defined by how we respond to the world with integrity, strength, and self-respect. Remember, you can't control what others say or do, but you have full control over how you respond. That's the secret to maintaining your inner strength, no matter how hard they try to bring you down. Sign number 6. They act like they don't know what they are. Ever had someone around you who just doesn't seem to get the impact of their actions? They act as if they're completely unaware of the harm they've caused, and it's almost like you're the one overreacting. Here's the thing. When a toxic person is caught in their wrongdoings, they often use one of the oldest tricks in the book, playing dumb. They pretend they didn't know their actions would hurt you, feigning shock and confusion like they're completely innocent victims. This is a deliberate, calculated strategy to avoid accountability and manipulate your perception. Stoic philosophy, however, tells us that a person's true character shows not just in their actions, but also in how they respond to challenges. Epictetus wisely pointed out, people are not disturbed by things, but by the views they take of them. In other words, these individuals aren't troubled by their actions because they twist the narrative to make it seem like they didn't know better. But here's where it gets tricky. They'll turn the tables and make you question your own reality. Imagine you've confronted them about something they did, and instead of owning up to it, they ask, "Why didn't you tell me earlier that you were hurt?" This is a classic tactic, shifting the blame back onto you. Even though they know their behavior caused the harm, they want you to doubt your own feelings and make you feel like you're in the wrong. What's worse is that they keep asking, "Why didn't you tell me?" even if you've already made it clear. It's not just an avoidance of responsibility. It's an emotional manipulation designed to make you feel confused, invalidated, and guilty for feeling hurt. This is toxic manipulation at its finest, a psychological game that makes you question your own emotions and experiences, and it's exactly what these people want. When they succeed in getting you to doubt yourself, they're free to continue their harmful behavior with no consequences. So, how does Stoic philosophy help here? Stoicism teaches us that while we can't control others' behavior, we can always control how we respond. When someone plays the innocent or tries to hide behind ignorance, it's crucial to stay calm and centered in your own truth. Don't let them distort your reality or diminish your emotions. When they realize they can't deceive you anymore, they'll double down on their manipulation. Instead of admitting their faults, they'll cling to their victim act, refusing to acknowledge the harm they've caused. This is a clear sign of disrespect for you and your feelings, a complete denial of the truth. But Stoic wisdom gives us the power to rise above this. You don't need to change or conform to their manipulative tactics. What's important is holding firm to your values and knowing that your emotions are valid. Don't let their attempts to confuse you make you question your own sense of right and wrong. By staying true to yourself and practicing self-control, you'll find the strength to overcome their deceit and protect your peace. In the end, it's not about pleasing them or trying to make them admit their wrongs. It's about maintaining your integrity, understanding your own worth, and not letting them make you second-guess your truth. Sign number 7. They try to manipulate you. Manipulation is a silent, subtle attack on your independence. It's not always obvious, but when someone is manipulating you, they're trying to take control of your thoughts, actions, and decisions, slowly eroding your autonomy. The real danger: it doesn't just affect your relationship with them, it bleeds into your mental health and how you relate to others. Manipulation often wears the disguise of kindness or concern, making it tricky to spot. These people know how to use emotional intelligence, not for building connection, but for creating a psychological stranglehold. They're experts at reading your emotions, understanding your insecurities, and then using those vulnerabilities to their advantage. Whether it's your hidden fears, personal goals, or emotional triggers, manipulators know how to weave them into their control game. They subtly push you to give up what's important to you, convincing you to rely on them instead of trusting your own judgment. Before you know it, you're caught in a cycle where you feel indebted, and they become the only person you can count on. But here's the thing: manipulation can be hard to recognize. It often hides behind the mask of helpfulness or deep care. At first, they might seem like the perfect listener, always ready to offer support and understanding. But look closer, and you'll see that their help isn't about your well-being. It's about gaining something for themselves, drawing you deeper into their web of control. The most dangerous part: this help makes you feel like you owe them. They've planted the seed that you can't make it without them, and soon enough, you're depending on them for everything: your happiness, your choices, your sense of security. So, how do you break free? Boundaries. Clear, firm boundaries. And yes, it's tough, especially when someone knows exactly how to push your emotional buttons, but it's absolutely necessary. Boundaries protect your personal freedom and ensure that your decisions remain your own. The Stoics teach us that true happiness doesn't come from others. It's found in controlling our own minds and actions. When you let someone manipulate you, you're giving up that freedom, handing them the power to dictate your life. That's something no Stoic would accept, and neither should you. One of the most common tricks manipulators use is to make you feel dependent. They'll convince you that you can't handle life without them, that they're the only one who truly understands. But here's the reality: the more you let them in, the more your self-confidence starts to slip away. You lose the ability to make decisions for yourself, and in time, you'll become a puppet in their control game. The trick is to keep affirming yourself. Know your worth. Hold on to your boundaries with unshakable resolve. Remember, you can't control what others do, but you can absolutely control how you respond. And that's where your true power lies. Power that no one can take away unless you let them. Conclusion: 7 signs of toxic behavior to watch out for. We've uncovered the 7 classic behaviors of toxic individuals who, when their true nature is exposed, will go to great lengths to protect themselves. By recognizing these signs, you can better navigate their hidden agendas and safeguard your peace of mind from their negative influence. At the heart of Stoic philosophy lies a powerful truth. Mastering calmness and self-control is the key to overcoming any challenge life throws our way. Toxic people may try to push your buttons, but they can only harm you if you let them disturb your inner peace. True strength lies in protecting your mind and staying grounded, no matter what others do. If this video resonated with you, be sure to like, share and subscribe so you never miss our next insights. And don't forget to check out our latest videos right at the end of the screen. Stay strong, stay calm, and keep thriving.